unknown, one beyond my wildest dreams. Maybe that road could have carried me to streets of gold, but things aren't always as they seem. Looking back on all the chances that I missed, some I held, some slipped away. One street over where my memories exist, I wondered what would change, I really couldn't say. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known that would have kept me from the one I had today. Except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known that would have kept me from the one I had today. Everywhere I could have ended up just like that broken road, with a dead end in my path. Thank the Lord that I've got more than that. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I won't forget the lessons that I don't deserve.
It's time to go to the races here in Robertson County. If you want to have a great time with your family, get out to Veterans Motorplex. This is the
Jordan with your local news.
Good morning. I'm just going to go ahead and turn the microphones on. Hope y'all are hearing me. Good morning. This is 1100 WSGI. How are you doing, folks? This is, again, one street over. I'm U-turn Laverne, and we had a few, it's kind of hot. Ilyu's going, why is it so hot? We just went and got a fan and all these things. Hi, Ilyu. Welcome back. He's been out running around. Ilyu Maldonado, our president of Ebenezer Broadcasting. If you have not met that man and you want to be involved in this worldwide Christian broadcast facility, you need to talk to him because it's so cool what we have going on. Gina Holt's in the house. I'm so excited to see you, sister. I need to not yell. I've got the door open so we get some air in here. And across the hall, they're like, Laverne, you're so loud. And so
it's a little early for a retiree to get out. But like I said, you're the only one I would do it.
Pull that microphone over to you. And here I have just profound apologies. Last night I have been just running in so many different directions all summer that I had talked with you on my way to Kentucky and booked you for this slot. Well, I didn't have my book to write it down in because I was driving. And
Google
so this
Fiber
last night I
high-speed
called
internet
Bill. I said,
service
I
opened
can't
a
remember
brand new
who I've got booked for
location
the
in
show tomorrow. I
Smyrna
kind of feel like I
Tuesday.
do, but
Google
I'm just
Fiber
not
added
sure. And I'm
thousands
pulling
of
today,
providers in
and they're
Nashville
both
last
here.
year,
Bill
including
Jones,
areas
you
such
are
as
a
Green Hills,
gem.
West
I
End,
love you
and the
so much.
Gulch.
And
Google
he was
also
coming to my
begin Google
rescue, so I
Fiber
wouldn't be
development
Makes me
rambling.
starting in
feel real good
2024.
knowing that I was
Google Fiber
forgotten.
first announced
I'm
its
so
expansion
sorry.
into the
Especially
town
after
of
all the
Smyrna in
trouble I
December of
went to get
22.
here
Well,
so
it's
early.
especially after all the
started
trouble I
shortly
went to get you
thereafter.
in here.
On Tuesday,
I'm
the
just a
Rutherford County
scattered mess
Emergency
because
Communications
so many
District
things.
launched
Well, I
the
know
Text
you're
to
very
911
gracious, and you
service
look
across
beautiful
the
in your
entire
pink
county.
today.
Thank you,
The goal is for the
thank you.
system to
Lovely.
be used in
Thank
special
you.
situations
Well, and to
where
brighten
verbal
us all up.
communication is impossible
And,
or
you know, your name
dangerous.
comes up so
Dispatch
much when I'm
operators will
talking
be
with
able to text
Ryan
back and
and
forth with
with
the
Terry,
caller
just
to get
all the
them the
folks,
help they need.
you know, Sheriff, Chief
I'm
Head,
Rob
all
Jordan.
these
That
guys. And I
is your
said,
local
well, and I
news. And
told
this
Chief when he
is
was in here, I said,
WSGI.
that's one of the things that I think Gina is most proud of, what happened while she was city manager, was the fact that she hired such good people. And I've heard you say that
It's
more
so
than
true.
once.
I tell everybody that because, and they're all there. They're great, and I would put them up against any other department heads
I agree.
anywhere in any other city because they really are good.
We have got just an excellent crop of folks there.
Absolutely.
And I love talking with them and visiting them. But I think about that's a legacy for you that you did such good hiring.
Okay, they
And,
all better keep doing a good job
uh-huh.
and don't get in trouble.
There you go. There you go. I love it. Well, Gina Holt's in the house, and she is retired. And so we do appreciate her getting out early because she's also on the airport board, and you're on the beer board.
Beer board,
And
Kiwanis board, Historical Society board. I'm on a lot
Wow.
of boards.
oh, bless.
Church committees.
Bless you.
But yeah, I'm staying active.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
that's-
have to worry about nothing to do.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, and people always say, "Oh, I'm busier when I'm retired," and I thought, you couldn't be when I was working. I couldn't get any busier, and I'm almost as busy.
Oh,
Not
wow.
quite.
That's crazy.
But it's good. It's all good.
I love it.
I love it because I have to stay connected with people and what's going on in the community.
I agree. And that's one thing, my husband and I are both teaching now. My husband is officially signing he's got onboarding today with the school system for teaching criminal justice up at Springfield. And it's incredible. But he and I, we talk about, we have retired into teaching because both he and I are really kind of at retirement age, but we worked in very, he was an entrepreneur for 20 years. Ran a roofing company,
Right.
and then trying to rediscover what he wanted to do, got his master's and all these things. We just didn't really know what to do. And the teaching's always been kind of a bug in the back of my brain. And so it's just a perfect fit for us.
I think
It's a perfect fit for us.
People, as they get older and they have more wisdom, more experience, level heads, hopefully, I think they're good teachers. And they really are, and they're doing it because they want to.
Yes.
And that's a biggie. And not just because they're feeling pressured. You have a degree, let's go, I have to do this. And making a choice, I think our educators, I think that's a good
And
choice,
I'm
a
going to
good
promote
fit.
it. I appreciate that. And I'm going to promote it to other people in our age group because I think these kids need to hear from us. And I love my kids so much. I cannot wait to see them. I'm just excited to see them.
Yeah.
I kept telling them to come fishing at my house. I had 2 of them show up to come fishing one day. And, well, they kept all saying, I got one that lives on my road and he never came down to fish. And
I hate to ask, what are they fishing for? What do you catch?
we live on the creek.
I knew
and
that.
we have bass.
Yeah,
Oh, you
okay, I
can't
didn't know there
believe the fish they pull out of our creek.
I didn't know
Oh,
that.
yes. Oh,
I
yes.
didn't know there was bass there.
Oh, yes. Oh, if
Okay.
you're a fisherman, yeah. We have been told that we have one of the best, if not the best fishing hole in Robertson County, just down from us. Back where Sulphur Fork and Carrs Creek come together. And right there. And so our property is on Carrs Creek and then turns the corner on Sulphur Fork. And so, it's a nice little fishing hole. But we have not had great success there because we're not very good fishermen. But we had a friend that works, one of the guys that works over at transportation with Mark, until today. Today's his last day in transportation officially. But caught like 30 just down from us. 30 fish one day.
Just in one day. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're what size? I mean, are
pretty
they
nice.
decent
Nice,
size?
eating size for sure.
Okay.
I had a young man, you've got the Church of Latter-day Saints kids that come and do their missions and stuff. Well, because Glenn is in that church, and Glenn Beck, I got to be friends with some of the kids that would come here because I would seek them out because I knew they couldn't be with their families. So I had these kids that used to come down while they were doing their mission here in town, and they would come down on the creek and fish. And I've got a picture of one of those boys. I fished like that. Big, huge bass that he caught out in front of my house. Yeah.
Oh, I know he was
right
proud.
in front of my house. Yeah. So Gina's here, and I could just talk to her all day about all the things going on. And but we're going to get to things that are happening with let's start with airport. I know we have got an airport. Talk to people about what our airport is like if they're new and have no idea.
Well, and that's,
oh my word, it's incredible.
So you have been there, but a lot of people probably still don't know that we have a very nice airport.
Yes.
It's out off 41 North, across the street from South Central Growers. And it's jointly owned by the city of Springfield and Robertson County. And as you mentioned, it's a beautiful facility because it's a new terminal. So it's something we can be proud of instead of for many years everything was housed in what is called like a lean-to. So it didn't have it wasn't a good front door for people coming into the city because, we have quite a few corporate jets, and we have more traffic out there than people realize. But it's, like I said, it's owned by the city and county. It's run by a board. There's 7 of us, and we're appointed by the city or the county or the city and the county. And we have 4, it's a 24/7 operation, but we have 4 full-time employees.
Okay.
Just 4 full-time. That's it. And when you think of an operation like that, where it's literally 24/7 just about, people come flying in, getting fuel or whatever, and these employees are very good. They don't get paid what they're worth, I'll tell you that. And they have been working for years without benefits.
Yeah.
And just within the last year, we started offering some vacation, and not until last month did we offer health insurance and retirement.
Oh, wow.
And now they're airport employees, but again, it's sort of like the library because it's jointly owned by the city and county. So those employees are airport, but the library employees are library employees. But again, they would try to make them as comparable to the city and the county as possible. I mean, it's just unheard of these days not to have some benefits.
Yeah.
And so just last month, they were offered health and retirement, which just blows a lot of people away, especially when you think of the other county employees and city employees who have really good benefit packages.
Right.
So they do a whole lot with 4 people.
Well, and if you want to get good people, you need something.
That's the
big part. Yes.
The director we have now, Brian Urbach, I think he started, I can't remember now, maybe January. Anyway, trying to talk to these people and recruit them. And and what do you have? What are we looking at? Well, low pay and no benefits.
Yeah.
I know that's
like, don't you want to do the job? Come on.
But thank goodness he was as the manager out there. He was living in Robertson County, had been for like 3 years or whatever, and so knew it and was ready for a change. And we told him, yes, we are trying to work on some benefits. So this is what we can do, and he's been very good.
Patient, yeah,
very very patient. But it's we also the public would be glad to know. I would think that they rent out. We have a smaller conference room for meetings that would accommodate maybe 10 people or whatever. But we have a larger conference room that would accommodate 50 or more if need be. And those are available for rent from the public. So if you need a place for, a large meeting, a small meeting,
a birthday party. Could they have a birthday party?
A birthday party at the airport.
Well, because I have a friend that's she's got 2 kids that she adopted from Honduras. They're precious. One of them is obsessed with air travel. And I want to get her, because I don't think she realizes that. And I think I mentioned it to her because they could have a party for those boys out here.
They could.
And they could actually be in the airport. Oh, he would lose his mind.
At the lobby.
Oh, they would lose their mind. They would be so excited.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It would be great.
Yes.
They do. They have, of course, there's a flight school out there that's
Sure.
an independent that leases the space, but I know some young high school kids that have taken lessons. It's like I never had that in me when I was that age. Like I want to fly a plane.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just but it's amazing.
Yeah.
The opportunities they have.
I love it. Well, Jamie Nixon that does Nixon Pro Media. I don't know if you know him. He's taking lessons. He is involved in a lot of promotion with. I mean, he comes on and helps promote the county sports. With the kiddos, especially East Robertson. But he is taking flight lessons out there, and so I've been kind of watching that progression. I've got one of my sons. He just went to the big fly-in up in Wisconsin. Do you know what I'm talking about? There's this huge flight event up in Wisconsin, and he was just there. And we've been joking. Well, did you buy a plane? Because he wants one really bad. He wants to fly.
We've had fly-ins at the airport before, and
Yeah.
we're going to work on having it again because it is a huge event.
Yeah.
Even out here,
Right.
with all the planes that fly in.
I went to the last one. I went to the one that we had
Okay.
most recent. It was
Right.
wonderful. I loved
A
it.
huge crowd.
Yeah.
And the weather was terrible.
Yeah, but it was still.
But it was
we
still
had
a
great
fun
time.
day,
Yeah.
and it was a cool thing. And they try to get people out there more. They were trying some food truck Fridays, like the last Friday of the month.
Okay.
And I know they're planning a Halloween event. I forgot what they're calling it, but just it's easy to keep up with on social media or just going to their webpage and looking at the events.
Okay.
But there's a lot of stuff, and we're trying to get more and more people out there for various reasons.
What would be the Facebook? What is the social media? What do we put in?
I knew you were going to ask me something like that. It's if you just put Springfield Robertson County Airport.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I'll try that real quick here and see, because again, my friend with the boys that are just obsessed with the flight, I think they would love the coming out for the Halloween event. Right there it is. There it is. I guess Facebook heard us talking. There it is. It's Springfield Robertson County Airport, and you can click on it. Oh, it looks great. And it's got bring your own chairs. This is June 1st. They tried the food truck Friday thing, but you're saying that's not happening now?
Well, they did it in July, but I don't know that they have one planned for August.
Okay, yeah. Well, with school getting started back up, I
Right,
think it would be really
right.
hard. So,
The
but
Halloween thing should be on there.
I don't
probably.
see anything just
I
yet,
saw
but I'm sure
something,
they'll, I mean, I don't see it on the Facebook page yet. Now, they may have put it up earlier, but I'll pay attention to that and watch that, and we'll start promoting that. And if y'all just text me and let me know what's going on, and you can always come back in.
Oh yeah. Not at 7
7
o'clock.
a.m. Gina's thing before, Ryan, every now and then I'll call him because I'll have somebody that needs to come in on Wednesday and really needs the 7:30 slot. And I'm like, hey, can you come in at 7? He's like, yeah, no problem. And I'll just kind of giggle every time.
know,
Gina would
because-
be like, no. Let me pause and take a break real quick.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Veterans Motorplex. Get out to, you have to follow, when you talk about following something on social media, to find Veterans Motorplex, you have to go to Highland Rim Speedway. They kept their Facebook page when they switched over to Veterans Motorplex. The reason they're Veterans Motorplex is because Jerry is a veteran, and he is a wonderful guy, and they have so much fun out at Veterans Motorplex. But here's the deal. Again, follow them at Highland Rim Speedway. Last week, they got rained out. So everything they were going to do, they've moved to this Saturday, including they're having their big race that's going to benefit Down syndrome. So we want to invite you out to come out and help raise some money. That's happening again this Saturday. They're going to have their benefit for Down syndrome. A lot of fun things. They're going to have some auctions, and it's just going to be a wonderful event. If you've not taken your family to the races lately, and you're like, well, I don't even know if I like the races. Well, $40 can get you up to 6 kids and 2 adults in, and that's a great ticket price. And if you can still find one of these Let's Talk Trash magazines that are still around town, they were put out at the end of the school year, but that back page is a free ticket throughout the entire season. Now, I kind of don't want you to use it this weekend because we're raising money for Down syndrome. So get out to the Old Highland Rim Speedway, Veterans Motorplex this weekend. Gates will open at 4. Racing starts at 6 and we'll go into about 9. Raising money for Down syndrome happening this weekend at Veterans Friends Motorplex, 6801 Kelly Willis Road in Greenbrier. And you can call them if you have questions, 615-643-8725, 615-643-8725. And always let them know that you turned Ascension. I can't say again enough, follow them on social media, because when they have rain delays, that's where you're going to find out about it or something like that. Highland Rim Speedway for Veterans Motorplex. Tell them you turned Ascension. Gina Holt's in the house. What about what's going on with the beer board? I mean, we've covered because I know, I talked to Ryan a lot about this, and we have the situations where the state regulates liquor, right? And then locally we regulate beer sales. And then we've got some places that are selling liquor that can't sell beer because they're too close to a church, or what is going on with all of that?
I think they're trying to, and I think that at the board's last meeting, the Springfield Board of Mayor and Aldermen, and I don't know the specifics on that, but I know that they had a recommendation to do away with the distance in, I think it was the CC, Core Commercial District, so that unless there was they used to do pre-existing or whatever. Anyway, they're working on changing that now so that to lessen it, because it's just with, especially in that downtown area, there's so many different things down there. You've got residential, you've got retail, restaurants, and the public brew houses or whatever. So it's such a mixed use, and so they're looking at that, and they haven't finalized it yet. But the beer board is not as exciting as it sounds, because basically you don't sit around and drink beer or sample it. You just we regulate the sale, manufacture, distribution, storage of beer. People have to have permits, obviously, to do any of those.
Okay. And
therefore, we just approve those. So background checks are done, and we approve those. Now, you mentioned so it's not very often, but occasionally law enforcement Springfield will go in and do undercover sting operations, I guess, for sale to underage minors. It doesn't happen very often, but these businesses, you need to check on them. And the last one we had, the state did it.
Oh, wow.
And so our last meeting, and I think again at this next meeting, it's the people that they found violating the law.
Wow.
And the thing is, we always ask, how well trained are your employees? All it takes is one new person that doesn't ask for an ID, and I think all these people that are young that look, even I think people 30s, 40s, they look like kids, but I mean some of these younger ones look so much older, and they go in and they don't ask for IDs, and then they get brought in before us, and it's serious. Because the business owners, they either the first time it's a 15-day suspension, or they can pay a fine. The second time, if they lose their sale, it's mandatory, like 30 days. Then it goes up to 60 or 60 days, then 90 days, and suspension of the permit. That is a killer to these businesses because they have so much revenue off of the beer sales. And so it really hurts, especially even in restaurants, but on convenience centers or the convenience stores. It's a big part of their sales. And so it hurts a lot.
How often do y'all meet?
We meet monthly.
Oh, you do? Okay.
We do.
Because so anybody that's doing, because that was one thing I didn't realize when Ryan and we were talking about the distances, because there's storefront churches and different things like that, and that
was a problem for a long time, having to change the distances, because some of them, like you say, were storefront, and you're keeping out a really nice restaurant or something that wants to come in, and they can't do it. So it's been changed many times over the years, and they're looking at it once again, another change.
Do you guys get input from the citizens? I mean, do you welcome it? I mean, how do people contact you? So y'all don't have like if somebody had something that they wanted to share with you regarding this stuff, I mean, some thoughts on it, do they write y'all? How does that work?
Well, Not really. I mean, people, the only time they contact City Hall.
Okay.
And Lisa Crockett, as the finance director, is the one that handles the beer permits.
Okay.
Or is the official, and Melissa, I forgot her name, Melissa Brown, the city recorder.
Okay.
She's the one. So between the two of them, people know that's where you go to sign up to fill out the application for the permit.
Okay. Well.
And then, I mean, there's really not much public input because unless you're trying to get a permit or open a business. Now, occasionally I'll have people ask me, what do I have to do if we're wanting to sell beer or whatever, or liquor? Do we come to the city for both, or, that kind of stuff? But there's not a whole lot of public involvement.
Well, see, and I didn't really understand. I tell everybody, I've learned so much since I started sitting behind this microphone doing One Street Over. We've got, we spent too much time just cutting up. There's so many things I wanted to ask you, but I just kind of wanted to touch on some of the things you're doing, and I love that I knew you would stay busy, while you're in retirement. So what else did you say? You've got the airport board and the beer board, and what else are you doing?
And primarily right now, Kiwanis board. Okay. So
what's going on with Kiwanis?
Last week, the county. The city luncheon was co-hosted by the Kiwanis Club and Rotary. So we did that, and it was very well attended. But we have our annual golf tournament coming up August 18th, and we're looking for teams. If you want to sponsor a hole, it's $100. A team, it's $400. And the money, and it's at the Legacy on the 18th of August, and it starts breakfast at 8, tee off at 9, and lunch after 18 holes. So it's one of our biggest fundraisers, and of course the money goes for projects like the skateboard that we're working with the city, the skateboard park, which is a biggie, and then also for Kiwanis for Kids. And so our other big fundraising event is Pancake Day that we do the first Saturday of May on the square. So that's our most pressing thing right now for Kiwanis. So I'm out trying to find teams and whole sponsors for that. And then the other thing I do is on the Historical Society board, and that's just really, I've learned so much. And it's so reasonable. I mean, $15 a year for one person to join. Or $25 for a family. And then we have monthly meetings. We have interesting speakers. Of course, our big fundraisers are the Christmas Tour of Homes, which always sells out, which is very, very, very popular.
Wonderful.
And so much fun. I had some of these homes around here. And then we do the evening at Elmwood, which is getting bigger and bigger all the time. And it's fun. It's about, all these organizations stay busy, busy, busy.
They do. I actually messaged Danny Ashley. I found a picture of is it the old pump station that was down by the fairgrounds they tore down that's right there on the creek? The big building? Was it
the water plant.
Was it a water plant? It was just a cool picture. My son took a picture of that at night with like some light special effects stuff, and I sent it to Danny. I was like, do y'all think this is interesting? Is this something y'all would want? I said, and so we were talking about that, and I'm going to get him in because we've got, I think there's a play he's involved with, and
he's involved in everything.
Yeah.
Of course, he wrote and directed and did everything on the production of Miss Lena and Mr. Patterson.
That was wonderful.
And we're going to try to do that again next year because it went over so well. Not everybody got to see it. So that's sort of it for the Historical Society.
We did some stuff with that and promoted it at Greenbrier, and he said that they recorded it. We were not where we could, so I would love to see that and show that to my kiddos too. So there's just so many things.
We're probably going to do it again.
Good.
In the spring or late winter, early spring.
Okay. Well, anything else that you brought that you thought you need to talk about before we wrap up our time together? I see Brian Pulley out there. He's been MIA all summer.
He's pacing.
Yeah.
He's pacing back and forth. I think he wants to come in, and I'm more than willing to let him.
There's Tiffany. They have been, some have been here, some not been. Of course, I've been gone. I don't think I've seen Brian in a month because between him being gone and me being gone, because I had to go do my education stuff in Murfreesboro for my teaching certification. So, but you're always just a delight to have you here. So sorry I forgot I booked you.
Yeah, I'm such such a delight. You forgot, but
Yeah.
anyway, once I get up, it's okay. But
Yeah.
it's just that getting up.
Oh, I got you. Well, thank you. Thank you
for
so
having
much.
me. Thank you for
And
having
I'll be
me.
reaching back out because I just love visiting with you and just kind of catching up. And you're involved in so many things. So
Well, that I am.
you're a good person
Some
to talk
of it I
to.
might not want to talk about, but no, I'm kidding.
I'm fascinated about the airport, though. That's one of those things I think so many people
It's a
just
huge
don't
asset that we
understand.
have
Yeah.
that does not get much publicity.
And it is a wonderful asset to this
is.
community. Thank you,
So
Gina.
go out there, take a tour.
All right. Thanks, Gina.
Thanks for
God
having
bless
me.
you. Absolutely. Thank you so much. And while she makes her exit and we get Brian and Tiffany in here, we're going to talk for just a moment about Barry and Rebecca Richards with the Exit Realty Garden Gate team. I just love these guys, and y'all know that. They're so much fun to talk to. They're such big help to me. And I actually met them for the first time whenever I was doing the Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival. I got called and recruited to do that. And they were, of course, sponsors. They're there in Cross Plains. Barry helps put the show on every year. They're so involved in the community. They've been in Cross Plains for 27 plus years. And they specialize in Robertson County properties, but also buying and selling the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky. And you need to know what they're about as far as community involvement, because that's the kind of people you want coming and sitting at the real estate table with you, making sure that you're properly represented. You got everything in line. So when you come to the real estate table, every T is crossed, every I is dotted. You got a marketer if you want to sell property, and you having a marketer on your real estate team, what a great opportunity to make sure everybody that needs to see your property sees it in the absolute best light. If you want to contact them, like I said, they specialize in Robertson County, of course, because they're here with us, but they also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky. You can connect with them at sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com, or buy, B-U-Y, robertsoncounty.com, or you can give Becky a call at 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425. Always, please let them know that U-Turn sent you. Well. Brian Pulley, about time.
Good morning. Good morning. I know. I'm here.
Whole games together.
I know. And I'm here for a short one today. I had to leave just a little bit early to switch up. My wife's got to be in Nashville this morning, so we have no childcare this week. So the week before school and everything, the stuff's closed. So we're just making it work right now, man.
This is my last T-shirt day because I can't. I've got to start wearing my school clothes.
They don't let you rock the T-shirts at school?
Well, as long as it's a Greenbrier one.
Okay, cool.
And you have special days that you can wear, your college shirt or something like that, or some kind of crazy T-shirt for teachers. But I don't have a crazy T-shirt for teacher yet. My friend Muriel Barnett, that's like math teacher extraordinaire. She has all these ones that says Math Diva and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, yes, I do math like a girl. Try to keep up. Those fun kind of things.
Yeah.
She's awesome. But so I need some.
We need to find you some gear.
Amazon.
We need to get you.
Amazon. Josh when he got hired as a bus driver, he went on Amazon and bought himself a week's worth of bus driver shirts.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh my God.
They're like, be nice to the bus driver. It's a long walk home. And
Yeah, I love
like
that. I love that.
Which used to be a real thing, by the way.
Right.
I was a faithful bus driver. They would put you out where you were at, and you know what?
Call your mom.
That kind of got people in line.
Yeah,
So-
go knock on that person's door and call your mama.
and the worst thing is if you got banned from the bus for like a week.
Yeah.
I mean, that means your parents. So I never got that, thankfully. But it was serious, man. They didn't.
You can still get kicked off the bus.
They should. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's a safety hazard anyway.
Yeah.
But,
Anyway, we digress. But I'm
Yeah.
going to get me one. I keep telling everybody I'm going to get me. What would Muriel do? The
Yeah.
Muriel do because she's my advisor. I bet we've been disturbing. I've got the door open because it's so hot in here and we've been
I like the
so
fan.
loud.
That's awesome. So I'm
needed
getting a light breeze right now.
We
It feels
needed
really
something.
good.
It was really stuffy in here today. But
Muriel's the one with the dogs, right?
she's the one that
Okay,
that has
I
the
watched
big
that episode.
mastiff dog. That dog is 20 pounds now and it's 10 weeks old.
How much?
20 pounds.
Is it a bull mastiff?
Uh-huh.
Those things get up to be like 220, don't
Well,
they?
she thinks he'll be about 175.
Okay.
He's massive.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't even know what I would do with
I got
it.
beagles. They're small.
Well,
Yeah.
they had one that lived to be 12 years old,
Yeah.
which is incredible.
Good for that size dog. Yeah.
Yeah. And so he
Yeah.
died first of the year, and so now she's a stay-at-home dog mom.
There
All
you
of us
go.
are getting ready to go back to school, and she's like, "Y'all have fun."
Go ahead.
Have
I'm
fun."
take
She
care of
did
my puppy here.
31 years.
She earned that.
Yeah.
She earned every second of that.
She does help me so much. She's
Mm-hmm.
asleep, and she's not going to hear this. She'll have to hear this in the because she's like, she's out. Well, unless
Mm-hmm.
she's up with the dog. But all right, guys, what's going on?
Oh my goodness.
Well,
we got so much going
stuff.
on.
I'll let you lead it off because I know you've had a lot of good stuff.
While Brian was at the beach,
First of all, I've been working relentlessly this summer, and I did take a vacation, and it was lovely. And I wish I was still there right now. As I get up and drive at 7:30 on a rainy morning, this time last week, feet was kicked up watching the sun come up on the beach with the coffee. It's beautiful. So.
I'm just thinking about you next week with all the clothing drama and getting dressed and first day.
We have been school shopping. We've already got the first day outfit picked. We're good on that. I got Henry some shoe. He's starting kindergarten, so he's excited. I got him some nice sneakers. He's ready to go. I think we're in good shape. But we'll just take it as it comes. Daily drama. We'll just deal with it. So it'll be fine.
Are you going to turn him into a sneaker dude or
He
whatever?
already is. Okay. He already is. Yeah.
I got to tell this real quick. So I'm at my teaching certification out in Murfreesboro, and we're telling unique things about ourselves. And this woman goes, "I'm a sneakerhead or whatever." Yeah. Me and my husband, and then across the way, another guy's, "Me too." And I'm like,
"It's an affliction."
I know what that is.
It's an affliction, man. He's getting his first. He's getting his first pair of Jordans, and he's very excited. So I got a great deal on them. So as any sneakerhead knows how to shop and get the best deals. So
funny.
Yeah. And I had the same pair when I was in 5th grade.
And then he's gonna hit a growth spurt, and they're gonna be too small.
I got a size. You always get a half size ahead, and you plan for that. So yes,
so funny. I love it. That is great.
Okay, maybe 2 months. 2 months.
Yeah. There you go. All right.
This was just for back to school. We will not do this again.
Talking about back to school.
Okay.
We did that. We did the back to school bash last week with Chosen, and we were able to give out 500 backpacks. It was such an amazing event. Clarissa Gardner does phenomenal work at bringing the community together, and it was like the kids would get like a backpack, and then they kind of go like trick or treating to like this location, get their glue, get their ruler, get their pencils, and then we had our Titans backpacks. Oh my goodness, some of those kids are like, Titans. I was like, these were packed at the Titans stadium, and their eyes got huge, and they were so excited. And
I love it.
Anyway, so yeah, we were able to give those out, and it was a lot of fun. It's really good.
Very good.
Give a big shout out to our companies and our partners that provide all that, and they work tirelessly on that. And it was fun to kind of be back fully on this year and in person. And they did some packing events at their offices, and I got to go out and see some people personally. But I also want to give a big shout out to the Titan staff too, who does host us that day. We had some weather blow up like right at the end of the event when we still had all of our stuff up, and we were like, oh no. This is bad because it was like lightning, thunderstorm, high wind stuff, and you got tents set up. That's not a good combo. Yeah. And all of a sudden, an army of Titans people come out, and in about 15, it was the quickest wrap up we've ever had in our life. In about 15 minutes, everything was packed up. But they do an amazing job, and I know a lot of people's like, the football team, blah blah blah, whatever. They care about their community and are super involved, and they're involved in a lot of stuff people don't even realize. And their staff is awesome. They're out there sweating right with us all day long. So big shout out to them too. We couldn't have done that without them. So
very
putting
cool.
that together. I don't know I don't have the. Did you get a final number on the backpacks packed?
It was over 14,000.
14,000 backpacks for schools all throughout our Middle Tennessee footprint, Robertson County included, and so just. Very grateful for all the companies that step up every year and provide supplies, money, everything we need so that the kids can get the supplies. Man hours, and just...
We had so many companies that came out. And before the storm blew up, it was hot.
Hot. Humid.
It was so hot. Like, I was dying. In fact, anyway. But, like, and they just showed up, and they're just, like, put us to work. And these are, like, a lot of executives and stuff, and they're just, like, asking me what to do. And I'm like, okay, like, I'll put you to work. And, I mean, just humble, great people that just want to serve the children. It was amazing. We
do it with a smile on their face. So, it's a good event, and we're glad it's, like, back. And it was also glad the back-to-school event here is more like getting back to where it was, because that's what we used to have before, and let the kids come out. So it's good for all that stuff to be normal, and the kids get the supplies they need. That's the main thing. So
I love it.
Yeah.
And they had food and everything for the kids. It was a great event. We also had some weather issues there too, hot to raining to.
It's been a crazy summer. The rain. Farmers are going, I need just enough rain, but I'm getting too much.
Too much.
Yes, we had some flooding, things like that. But I'm so glad the event went well. But because this was this past Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because Carrie Roberts' daughter was getting married outside at the same, so the storms came in too.
Oh goodness!
Kind of wrapped up their wedding a little bit quicker than they planned, but it was just we were at a birthday party, so we had family events going on. So At least I think that's what we were doing. I forget what I'm doing from one day to the
Right.
next. I know I had to be in Nashville for something.
Right.
But very good. And so now we talked a little bit last week about this air conditioner thing.
Yes.
Big
Yeah.
deal.
So tell me what
Yes,
the story
this
is
is our
on
big
that,
deal.
because my husband even asked, because we all, if you work in the school system, he on the buses, different things, they see kids that they know they have need in their family. How do we point them to this?
So, starting next week, you'll be able to go to either United Way, United Ministries, Cope. Cope is going to be doing theirs at a specific time, so there'll be more details on that. But who else is it? YMCA, Stokes Brown Public Library,
Good.
and you can get a voucher for an air conditioning unit. So we'll have 500 vouchers to be given out, 100 like multifamily room units, and then 400 like bedroom units. So depending on the size of the space. So that's going to be rolling out next week, and so you'll have a few weeks to get your voucher. Then on August 28th, there'll be a big pickup. In fact, Electrolux coming out from North Carolina. Like, it's going to be an
The
event.
29th? I think it's 29th.
29th. Did I say 28th?
28th is a walkthrough, so we do have that.
My dad's birthday's the 28th too, so that's just
I'm
rolls
trying
off
to correct
the
you, but
tongue.
I just had that because we just saw it. Yeah.
My dad's birthday was the 28th.
Oh, really?
Mine was the 24th. There you go.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go.
So yeah, August 29th. Is the
know,
giveaway,
we're all over the
right?
place.
Now
Yeah.
we've
Okay.
said
We
something.
will hammer this date out, but it is
No,
the 20th.
it is
We
the
have something, in all fairness, we have the thing on the 20th.
Yeah, we do have the walkthrough.
Yeah.
And that is my dad's and my nephew's birthday, actually. So anyway, so on the 29th, the day after my dad's birthday, now everybody who doesn't know my dad knows his birthday. The day after my dad's birthday, on the 29th, we will be doing the giveaway. And so from 8 to 12, you'll show up at 10 Kids, and it'll be like 10th and Pepper Street. So if you don't know where 10
Behind the
Kids
depot.
yeah.
It's in the warehouse behind the depot.
Yes,
Yeah.
and so we'll have signs and stuff that you won't be able to miss it. But yeah, we'll do a drive-through, and you'll just drive through, and there'll be volunteers there, and they'll say, "Here's my voucher," and we'll put in the air conditioning unit and drive off.
So what do they have to do to qualify to
Okay,
get the
so
voucher?
qualifications is very simple. It is just 200% of poverty, which I know is just not everybody like knows the poverty numbers off the top of their head, but you can look them up. You can look 2023 poverty lines limits. We'll have to get your voucher, like it'll be there. But if you're at 200% of poverty, and the reason why we pick that instead of poverty is because there's so many, me included, oftentimes like are one flat tire away from not being able to make it. So we want to include anybody who might, if your air conditioning unit, if you can't go and pay to get your air conditioning unit fixed, which a lot of us can't, I mean, it's expensive. If you're struggling with that, then we want to be able to make sure that you're not dying in the heat for the rest of this summer and for next summer. And, these are good quality Frigidaire. Electrolux makes Frigidaire, for those that don't know. And so they're good quality air conditioning units that will hopefully last you a long time. So we're super excited about it.
Awesome. So what would 200% of poverty be for a household income? Do you know? I think we talked about that last.
I know what it is for my household. It's like $90,000 for a household of 7. But it's I think it's like 26 for a household of 1.
Okay.
And it goes up by 10,531 or something like that.
How
for
many
each.
people? Yeah,
Yes.
yours is so high because of so many kids.
Because we got so many people, exactly. And so that's why we do it that way, because there are a lot of families that they make okay money, but because they have a lot of children, it really has to stretch really far. And so so anyway, that's why it's based on that. But it's a simple process. You're going to go into this location. You're going to tell them, they're going to write down your name, your address, your phone number, check your ID, and they're going to ask you what's your income. And it's self-reporting. We're not going to check your paycheck stubs and stuff. So
Self-reporting, and then how many in your household, and that will determine if you qualify.
Yeah, tell me how many in your household. Tell me your yearly salary, and
that will show you if you qualify for an air conditioner. How long have you got before you got to walk out?
Just a couple of minutes. I wanted to say something about that. First of all, just thank you to Electrolux. That's amazing. They've partnered with us. This will be the third big giveaway project that we've done here in Robertson County, and this one is. I was so excited to see this one because this is huge. We've done stuff where we've gone to elderly people's homes around here and they don't have central air and heat, and it's hot, and it's miserable right now. And so to have that is such a big deal. Also want to give a big shout out to Tiffany for coordinating all this, because that is a lot to put together, a lot of moving pieces, and to be able to do that and do it in a short turnaround. Good job to you. And it's a huge impact for our community. 500 air conditioners. Those things are really expensive. I know this firsthand. And so to be able to put that together, good job by Tiffany. That is just fantastic. So
very good.
We're just so thankful to partner with them again and be able to do this, and hope that we give every one of those out and they go to where they're needed.
I think so. It's a great program.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I just say the retail donation from Electrolux is over $200,000. So we're super excited.
Thank you, Electrolux. That's an amazing thing. And I know you're going to have to split.
Yeah.
So before you do, I want you to help me with one of my commercials. I want you to help me with Corbin Creek, because people who have not talked don't know about Corbin Creek. So tell me about your experiences with Corbin Creek this summer.
So we got all of our pretty stuff, our potted stuff and flowers and plants. It is absolutely thriving this summer. Now, last week while we were gone, my mom, bless her, she came and make sure to keep it watered and checked on the pets, and it looks great. It looks like it did the day I got it back in May. Everything is beautiful. Yep. We've got our garden rolling now. I've got more tomatoes and jalapenos and cucumbers and stuff that I know what to do with, all bought at Corbin Creek. Second year in a row we've had that, and our garden is just thriving too. The tomatoes took a little longer to turn this year because I don't think it was as hot. Yeah. I'm learning. I didn't grow up growing them, so I'm kind of learning. But they've been fantastic, delicious. I'm going to have them. I'm flush with them for a while. So
that's great.
Yeah, so I can't recommend their stuff enough just for the quality, and it still looks, even in the heat and all that stuff, it looks as the pretty stuff. It looks as good as it did when we bought it back in May.
It's beautiful. And if you want some of those annuals and flowering baskets, they're like 50% off right now.
That's great.
So right now, and this is also a good time to get some perennials, because they'll come back next year. So they've got a lot of things going on. But I know their annuals and their hanging baskets were 50% off. And you can follow them on social media to find out all about that too. And this is the man too that turned us on to the fact that CBD salve for bug bites.
As it's hot and nasty and all these bugs are just flowing everywhere on you and biting you and everything, if you have bad bug bites, and mine was a fire ant situation that was really extreme, the CBD salve, best cold water CBD salve, soothed it right away. It has natural oils and all the essential oils that you need, and healed it in a really healthy way and quickly too, like within a day or two. It was so much better. We use it for bug bites, everything, like really bad bug bites. My wife, she gets eat up with mosquitoes really bad, like they love her, and so they're great for that. So can't recommend that enough. It's all local products.
Yes.
Good stuff, local people. If you don't know what you're doing, like I do when I walk out there and I don't know, can you show? I don't even know what this is. Can you show it where it's?
Yeah.
They're so helpful. They'll show you exactly what it is, how to take care of it, how to care for it, where to put it, etc. It's like turnkey. Go out there.
I need to pay for my Corbin Creek ad today.
Good job. Good to see
Brian.
you. We'll be back in rotation. Good luck next week. You got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll be praying for you.
And my husband, because he's a brand new teacher.
Oh, goodness. We'll be praying for both of you. So we love our teachers. Good luck with school starting next week.
We're excited. Can't wait to see you kids. Thank you, Brian. And good luck with first day of school. Closed. And that was Corbin Creek. Remind you, they're open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. That's their summer hours, 1 to 4 on Sundays right now. You can call them at 615-384-3185, 615-384-3185. They're at 4920 Highway 161. They'll be at the Farmers Market, of course. Tell them that U-Turn and Brian sent you. And get out there and see them right away. Here we go. And Tiffany's hanging out with me. What else do we need to talk about?
Oh, goodness. Well, we got a volunteer opportunity coming up with Coke. They're going to be changing out all of their seasonal items. And so if you're interested in that, please contact me. My number is 615-780-2511. Again, that's 615-780-2511. And that's an easy one. So that's actually one that's going to be really fun if you want to get your kids involved, because little kids can do it. I know when my kids were really little, I was always looking for service opportunities where I could bring the littles along, and this is a good one. So, because you're just taking clothes off a hanger and dropping them into a bag, and so, anyway, it's a great thing to do. Anyway, and that will be, I'm trying to remember, it is the Friday after Labor Day, so it's coming up in about a month. So there's that. We got Laundry Love, always an opportunity. I just got a message today, somebody asking me how to find out about that. The easiest way is to get on my email list. So if you want to send me your email, you can either reply to this on Facebook if you want, put your email in there, or you can email me at tiffany.thompson, that's THOMSON without a P, at unitedwaygn.org. Again, that's tiffany.thompson, THOMSON, at unitedwaygn.org. Send me your email, and then I send out, before, like the week of Laundry Love every week, I send out a mass email just reminding everybody and asking for volunteers. And then usually in that email is other things that are going on with nonprofits in the area, just anything to be aware of. Like the NFL Football League has a Huddle Jam going on. It's a fundraiser for the Football League. They're kicking off a mentorship program, and they're doing a concert, and they've got some big names coming. And so yeah, look up the Robertson County Flag Football League and on Facebook, and they have links to get tickets there. And so just wanted to give them a shout out. My son will be playing flag football this year. I'm a little nervous.
I'm trying to remember the name of it. They had actually called me about, we're going to have them come on and promote that.
Sweet.
And I had sent something to Ace, and she said, well, something, and then because Epiphany Baptist Church, their praise and worship band, okay, the We Imperfect Few, they're doing a release party that same day. And so they're going to be in the parking lot. And she goes, well, that's also this thing. So you've got a couple of things going on, and you can go between them. You can, the parking lot event, it's just a free event. The one that's happening at the center for flag football, there is a fee to get in because it's a fundraiser, but it's all right there together. So you can go get your praise and worship on, and then you can go and rock it out at the center. And so you can easily do both events. But, and I'm something Huddle Jam. Did you say it's Huddle Jam?
Yeah.
So if you go to Huddle Jam, because I went on when she told me what the name was, I'm like, oh, well, that's that thing that they called me about. And I think I went to Huddle Jam in Springfield and found it. But anyway, you can find this stuff on social media. First annual Huddle Jam. There we go. First annual Huddle Jam. It's August 26th. And man, it looks like a pretty good lineup of music.
Oh, it is. It's some big names.
Yeah,
so
it's going to be super cool. And so if you guys want to go out to the Huddle Jam, that's happening at the center, and that's going to start at 7:30. And I think the praise and worship thing's starting at 7. So you can get your Jesus on, and then go over to the Huddle Jam and go back and forth and do your thing and raise some money for a great cause and support. The event that they've got at Epiphany is not just the praise and worship band there. It's another band too, and I can't think of their name right offhand. But anyway, so we've just got so many wonderful things happening here in Robertson County. It is.
We really do.
Oh my gosh.
It is
such
the happening place. Mm-hmm. There was I was just talking with Leah with CASA yesterday about how they're already gearing up for their Boo Bash Dash in October.
Oh, yeah.
And so she applied. I don't know if you heard about, there was tourism grants that the Economic Development Board was giving out, and so she applied for one of those to try to get more of the athletic tourists and being able to run. And so I'm super excited about that. I just have watched even the last few years as that event has grown, the Boo Bash Dash, and it's kind of becoming a big thing. So
I'm trying to get my grandkids out here for that because they're now in Mount Juliet. So they're way out there. Mm-hmm. But I just want to put a reservation in for my grandkids because I think they will just lose their mind. I think they will be so excited to do it. And so I'm working on it. I've tried the last couple, and they're getting older now that my grandson's in first grade. My oldest grandson. So maybe I can borrow him because I think he would just love it.
Oh yeah,
he would just love it because it's such a fun event. Oh my goodness, and I love the concept. Just getting out and dressing up, and that's fun. That's fun. That's fun costume stuff. I love it. So
either come and run for CASA, or they're also starting to look at the next class. They just graduated a class and they got sworn in as advocates, and so they've got a new class coming up. And so if you're interested in mentoring youth at all, there's a couple different ways. So one of them is CASA. If you're interested in working with volunteering with kids in foster care, CASA is the best program out there. It's amazing. Not only do you get to mentor the child and get to know them and their families, you get to go to court and advocate for them. And if you're scared of the whole court thing, don't worry about it. You got somebody standing right beside you, and you actually do the report ahead of time. So the judge might ask a couple questions, but it's very low key, and CASAs are given a ton of grace. So don't let that scare you away, because it's actually really fun. Those are my favorite days when I get to go to court. So anyway, so there's that. Or if maybe you just have a heart for other kids that aren't in foster care, there's a Big Brothers Big Sisters program that we have here in Robertson County that I'm excited to see grow and affect a lot of lives. Right now, our main program is through the schools, and so they have Big Brothers Big Sisters programs through the schools to mentor students. A lot of times those kids are referred by the teachers. And so their teachers are seeing that kids not getting either they're not getting a lot of support at home, or maybe they don't have a dad around, or they just need a little bit more than, as any parent knows, the more people that love on your children and support and see good in your children, the better. And so you can't have too many people supporting your kids and mentoring them. And so anyway, I'm really excited to watch that program grow here in Robertson County. So if you want to work with foster kids, awesome. We got a place for you to plug in. You want to work with kids at all? I got a place for you to plug in. You want to read with kids? We got Raise Your Hand, and that's another place for you to plug in through United Way. And so the statistics this last year, they really made a huge impact in Robertson County as far as the kids' statistics in reading and math went way up. The kids that were involved in the Raise Your Hand program. So anyway, there's ways to plug in.
Well, and I'm interested in Raise Your Hand, and I was on a mission trip in the middle of summer school, so I just couldn't get the process done because you have to go through a background check. So that's one of the first things I want to get done as soon as we get back into the school routine is to go ahead and get myself, background checked and all that. So I'm on the rolls there so I can participate when I can, because you don't have, it's not something, as I look at it, it's not a huge commitment, but it has a huge impact. And and I'm speaking that just to remind me to follow up and to finish the process. And because she sent me an email.
Oh, awesome.
And so they reached out to me and they're like, hey, finish this process. Let's get going. And so that's on my list. And I want to get my husband, he's teaching now. Get him involved.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We're having fun. We're excited.
That's so fun.
But Tiffany Thompson is with us. Of course, Brian Pulley was here for a minute. And talk about Big Brother, Big Sister. He had a little that he saw through to adulthood, and they're so close. I met that young man. Oh, what a great young man. And it's just, I love hearing those stories. Have you, because you work with CASA, you work with everything else. Have you done Big Brother, Big Sister?
I have never been a big.
Yeah. Well, you've got enough on your plate. So I was going to say, but I figure, honestly, with all the things you do, I would not have been surprised if you did that too.
No,
because you do so many things, and we appreciate so much. I do. You just are amazing. All the volunteer opportunities and the things that you do. Well done, sister.
There's just always a good place to plug in. I think I went through a lot of years, especially when my kids were little, feeling like I couldn't get outside of myself because the kids sucked everything out of me, And I love them and they were worth it. Don't get me wrong. But I wish I would have known of volunteer opportunities that I could have participated in, even as a young stay-at-home mom whose life revolved around her kids. Little things that just took a little bit here and a little bit there, something I could have brought my kids to. And so, I see that personally, but I also see like my parents, now that they're older, they're about to hit 80. And the ways that they volunteer and the ways they give back to their community and how much happier and fulfilled that they are. They're like busier than they've ever been now that they're retired. And because of that, they're enjoying the health benefits of being involved. If you want to talk statistics and studies and stuff, there's so much more health benefit and emotional benefit to staying involved and staying active. And so I know we've got a lot of those people. Plus, there are a lot of people that they work, but it's not their passion. It's not necessarily, they work to pay the bills, but it's not really where they feel fulfilled. Come find a volunteer opportunity that's little bits of time. It's not going to eat up, all your free time, but you'll walk away with that, with that happiness. I tell people all the time, like, I volunteer because I'm super selfish. I love the way I feel when I volunteer. Like,
I love that.
It is just, it fills me up. I'm happy and I'm, and then I spread happiness wherever I go because I'm fulfilled. And so if you're selfish like me and want to volunteer, come talk to me and we'll get you plugged in somewhere.
We need a t-shirt, Selfish People Volunteer, because we get more than we get. I like that. I tell you, let's do a quick break. I've got to talk about my friends. I was contemplating whether or not to bring Brian into my my Cumberland Connect ad because he is also a big Cumberland Connect commando, and I can't find my little sheet. That's okay because I can do it off the top of my head. But Cumberland Connect, if you're a Cumberland Electric customer, you're going to have access to high-speed internet. And what that means for you is if you've been navigating the waters of overpriced internet, or if as I look at Tiffany, or navigating the waters of just underserved, it is a utility now. And because it's a utility, it's replaced our phone lines. We want everybody to have it. So they have the Affordable Connectivity Program. If you're somebody that's struggling financially and you're thinking, hey, I need to go get a free air conditioner and I need to do all these things, you could get free internet because if you qualify, you could get up to $30 per month toward broadband services, and they have packages that start at $30 per month, guys. Go to cumberlandconnect.org and find out more if you want to check into the Affordable Connectivity Program, or if you want to join the gig club. Brian's in the gig club. I'm in the gig club. Mayor Vogel, all these folks that we talked to are in the gig club because you're like, $80 gig? Yeah, I'm in. And you're going to have high-speed internet. They're getting to all the customers. Haven't got quite. No, Senator Kerry Roberts still doesn't have his. He's at the last of the list because he's not in his underserved area. So they're going to get to you, but you got to be a Cumberland Electric customer. So contact them today, Cumberland Electric, cumberlandconnect.org. Put in your zip code. It'll tell you when to expect them knocking on your door. And when you do, let them know that U-Turn sent you. Okay, Tiffany, what have we not finished? We're just the same as out of time. Do you have anything else?
I should have saved something really good for last, but
we get it all in?
Yeah, I think we got it all in. At least I'm going to walk away and be like, oh, yeah.
I forgot about this. We'll see you guys next week.
Yep.
We're back in, and I'll be back teaching. And so, yes, kiddos, today and tomorrow, last days of summer break. And then we'll get you back in the classroom. Teachers are back tomorrow here in Robertson County. Watch out and be safe and all the things that you need to do as school gets started. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. This is 1100 WSGI. God bless. Have a wonderful day.